Yeah, hello team. Today we are going to learn a foreign key constraint concept in SQL. This is the most important topic. I hope you are able to see my screen, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fantastic. This is because first of all, we should understand why we need to maintain the relationship between the tables and how to achieve that with the help of foreign key. So this is the most important topic. At the same time, definitely, this is the most important interview question as well. So, and many students in the beginning level they will get a lot of confusion. I will try to make it simple. Okay. In the last session, we have created users table and we did all the CRUD operations and we understand what is the difference between the delete, truncate, and drop as well. So today we are going to understand um, how to maintain the relationship with the help of primary key and foreign key between two tables. Okay, before that, let me explain one more time what is the need of foreign key. So yesterday we have created one table with three columns. Suppose if you have remember, what are the column names? User ID and remember username,
User email.
user underscore email. Okay, we have taken three columns. Okay, and if you see, suppose Amazon, we have taken example of Amazon, and even you can consider it as a user table or a customers table. So they will order some items through that e-commerce application. So what we will do, so instead of storing all the information in one table, we will store the information of that orders details into another table. So this table name is orders. And here what we are going to store, first of all, order id, right? Order id also should be unique, right? Because we should not give a same order id number for the multiple items. Okay, order id is there and simple. I'm just taking a simple names, that is a item, what item you have purchased. And we can take another column like what is the price of that particular item, right? And here, so if you see, we are storing orders details of a particular user, right? So that is very important. So this is a users table. We are storing order. Suppose the user is there. Suppose just for example, we have taken 101 and 102. These are two users, and you can take any names like Pavan and Mayur. So email ID you can consider any email ID. So Pavan has logged in and he just ordered one laptop. So what we will do? So order ID. So order ID I'm just taking from one order ID, and the item he has purchased a laptop, and the price maybe 70,000 or something. Okay, I'm just putting like 70 here. Just consider this as 70,000, and we should store that user ID who is purchasing that item, right? That is very very important. So that what we will maintain here, I will create another column, that is user ID. Okay, there is no rule that you should give a same name for that column, but this is the reference because here we are going to store the user's ID from the users table. There's a reference. So here, who is ordering this 101 is ordered this item. So after some time, one or two user has logged in and he has done another order, that is two. And suppose he has taken the iPhone, and I'm not sure what is the price of iPhone. Maybe right now iPhone 15 released, right? iPhone 15, if I'm not wrong. So maybe the user is one or two. So suppose if you see, we should not allow like order ID 3, and suppose someone is taking like a iPod or something, some amount of price, I'm not sure, just giving 20,000 rupees. And suppose if you see, if you try to add some 106, because whenever before adding any new order into this order table, we should maintain that user's details in the users table. Okay, otherwise in long term we will face a lot of problem, because it's not possible for us that suppose okay, we have stored blindly that 106, but we don't know what is the name of that user and what is the email ID and what is the address of that particular user. So it's going to be a big problem, so we should not allow. So here in SQL, what we will do, okay, we can achieve all these things with the help of maintaining the relationship between the tables. So here users, consider this users table is a parent table. Okay, users table is a parent table, and this orders is a child table. Okay, is consider parent and child relationship. We should build the parent and child relationship between these two tables. Okay, how we can implement, I will explain each and everything detail, so that if you got any confusion, I will explain one more time. So far, understood, or do you have any questions so far?
Understood, sir.
Understood?
Understood,
Okay,
sir.
okay, fine. Very good. So let me create. Okay, here the thing is there are two important things. That is a primary key. Another one is a foreign key. So remember here we are maintaining the relation between these two tables based on this column. Okay, this column to this column. Okay, and this is a parent and this is a child, and now we should mention this as a foreign key. Okay, foreign key. The child. Okay, we should make it as a foreign key. It is referring another column in a parent. So here, if you want to make this column as a foreign key, and if you want to maintain the relationship between the parent table, this column in the parent table should have a primary key. Okay, just tell me what is primary key. What is a primary key?
It gives unique identity.
Yeah, because primary key is not going to be null and it is always unique. So it is not going to allow us to add a duplicates. Okay, that is a very important thing. Right? User should not be duplicate, right? So here this column should be primary key, and the child, this should be a foreign key. This is a child and this is parent. Okay. So yesterday we have already created users table. So let me execute what are the users details are there. Okay, let me pull this up. What happened? John. Okay, maybe I have removed the table. Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, we dropped the table.
we dropped the table, right?
Yes.
So no problem. Let's create the table one more time. So do you remember the? Okay, let me increase the font size a little bit. Yeah, now are you able to see my? Is it clear? This is fine.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to create a table, so create table and table name user or users. Okay, that is fine. Normally we'll take a singular word, but no problem for a simple example. Users table. And what are the columns we have decided? User underscore
User ID.
ID.
I
This is integer and it should be what?
Pri- Primary.
Primary
Primary.
key. And another one is
User.
First name,
simple name, or
name,
you can go with a
username,
user underscore name. It will be the varchar,
Varchar.
and I'm just giving 20 characters or 30 characters. So that one is, and another one is email ID, right?
User underscore email.
Otherwise, user underscore email. And this also varchar of, I'm just giving 30. Okay, this is a simple table. So hopefully everything is good. I'm just executing this query. Yeah, we got the table. So now I'm just moving this away, and let's do select star from users. Okay, right now we don't
Users.
have any data, so that it will display the empty table. That's fantastic. So quickly let me add some information. So as we discussed, we need to have at least two users. Let me add that instruction here itself. Insert, tell me what is a query?
Insert into users.
Very good. Users.
Value.
Right now we are going to add all the values. That's why we don't need to mention the column names again. Okay, here uh, as we discussed 101 and Pavan, and simply I'm just taking Pavan at the rate gmail.com. Okay, if you are watching this video in a YouTube, so please do practice along with me so that you can learn quickly, you can understand clearly. This is the first user. Okay, let me add one more user. For now, two users are enough for us. 102, and his name is Mayur. At the same time, here we can say Mayur at the rate at gmail.com. So quickly, I'm inserting two rows into the table, and again, I'm executing select start from users so that it will display the users details. So if you see, we got the users table. Are you able to see clearly? 101, 102. So the first step is done. That is, we have created our users table with, and we should not forget to make this column as a primary key. That is very important. We should not allow duplicates and nulls. Okay, fine. And now we should create what? Orders table. But here we should understand the syntax, how to make this column as a foreign key. Okay, fine. Let's order ID, item, price, and user ID. Let's go and let's create the table. Let me grab this. Okay, is this fine? Or we can close this one. Yeah. So now this user's details are not required for us for a moment. So let's focus on orders. Okay. So orders, create table, and table name is orders. Yeah. And what we have decided? What are the column names? Order underscore,
Order ID.
and that should be integer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should maintain. Okay, this should be unique, right?
Yeah.
So we can go with the primary key as well. The next one is the item, order item or item, that is fine. So I'm just taking a varchar of 20 for now. And what's the other one? Price, right? Price also for now. I'm just taking varchar
Varchar.
of 20 so that you can add dollars or something else. Another last one is okay, user underscore ID.
User ID.
Okay, because we are building the relationship between the users table with the same column, that's why I'm taking the same column name. So but if you want to give like id or something, no problem. Again, it is a integer. So here, suppose if you create with this syntax, okay, you can insert items into this orders table easily, because previously we have inserted rows into the users table easily, right? Because we didn't maintain any relationship between any other table. But here we are going to build a relationship between users and orders. Okay, for that, what we have decided, this column should be this column should be a foreign key,
foreign key.
and this foreign key from which reference? The user
Primary
ID of
user
the
ID.
display. So what is the syntax of that? Okay, so you can find that syntax easily anywhere, because sometimes I do spelling mistakes. That's why I'm just copying the syntax. So here, so what foreign key? Because after adding all the columns details, so in at the end you can add constraints. Okay, these are the constraints. Okay, this is foreign key. What on which we are adding a foreign key of this particular table, that is user
Use
ID, right? And reference to what? Users table.
users.
User table,
And
user
what
ID.
is the column name of
User ID.
that one? Again, it is a user ID,
User
right?
ID.
That means here this user ID is from orders table, and we are building the relationship between the parent table, that is users, and what is a column, that is user ID. That should be a primary key, because already we have defined that as a primary key. So this is a syntax. This is a syntax. So order ID is there, item is there, price is there, user ID is there. Yeah, I hope this is perfect. Let me execute. Yeah, we got the table. So now I'm just moving this script away and do select star from orders. So that definitely it will be empty. And now let's try. So already what we have discussed, this orders table should allow orders only for the users who already registered, right? We have maintained the relationship. So let me add first order of the 101. I will add 102 of some item, and after that we can try to add 106 or 103, whether it is going to allow or whether it will work as we have discussed. So now I'm going to insert into orders the values. So order ID, what we have discussed, one, the item is laptop. Just I will mention like a HP laptop, and the price will be, okay. We have taken like a var right? So 69,999 rupees. Okay, okay, that's fine. And here, what we need to mention, the user ID. So user ID 101. Okay. For now, I'm just giving a valid user details. So let's execute it. So if you see, we have entered successfully. So now I'm adding a new item, a new order item, that is two. What we have discussed, that is
iPhone.
iPhone 15, and Mayur has ordered that one. What is the price, Mayur? 99,999. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe it is more than 1 lakh. So right now I'm giving a valid username, valid user ID, so that it should allow to enter those details into the orders table. So if it is successful, we have completed two orders. One is HP laptop, that is iPhone 15, and price and user ID. That's fantastic. Now, now without adding a new user, because we have only two users, right? Let me display the users details as well. Select star from select star from users. Okay, just give a semicolon so that I'm executing. Oh my god! So it is thrown error because I try to um, insert another record with 102 and with ID order ID 2. That's why it is showing an error. Okay, duplicate entry 2 of key order. Okay, it's the primary key of that order table is working perfectly. So let me comment this one. So now execute again. So if you see, we have users, uh, two user details are there. Orders, we have two orders. Okay, now let me let me insert. So of course I'm giving a proper order ID. I'm just giving iPod something. Let's go with 20,000 rupees or something. Now I'm just giving a user ID with 106. That user is not available in the users table. Observe carefully. 106, we don't have any user ID in the users table, but I'm just trying to insert uh, one order details for him. So let's execute that. Meanwhile, let me comment this one. Okay, so I'm just executing the only statement. So observe carefully, we got the error message. That means we have done properly. Oh my god, how many things are tell me, can anyone read out this one?
Cannot add or update a child row.
Child
A
row.
foreign yes. A foreign key constraint fails.
That means cannot add or update a child row because it is violating the foreign key rule like constraint. That means, hey, already because once you maintain a foreign key for this table, this is a child, this is a child, and this is a parent based on the relationship. This is parent and this is child, and you can't add a new items into this table with a invalid user ID. That means if you try to add with this 106, so what it will do, this MySQL, that's RDBMS, will check whether we have a record, whether we have a user with this user ID or not. If we don't, because you tried with the 106, but 106 is not available, so I'm not going to allow to enter a new record. So this is importance of a foreign key. So now, team, understood
Yes, sir.
Yes.
clearly, or do you have any confusions on this?
Understood.
Now I will explain one more interesting thing in this. Okay, so here we are maintaining the parent and child relationship, right? So if I want to delete, observe carefully, this is very important. This is very important. So we have done two orders. Okay, let me add order for 102 again. 102 is Mayur, right? So I just order one more thing for Mayur. What happened? And is it throwing any error? No. So sorry, I have commented this lines. So I'm inserting one more record for orders. Now it will throw an error because already we have added another order. I will add one more for 101. So now if you see, we have four orders, uh, two orders for the Mayur and two orders for Pawan. So I want to delete order details. I want to delete this particular item. Okay, just can Anyone help me? How to delete this item from the orders table? What's the query for that?
Delete from orders.
Good. Delete.
From
Uh,
orders where
good.
ID equals to 101.
ID or order ID or user
Yes, sir,
ID?
order ID.
Order ID, because if you give
Yeah,
user
yeah.
ID, it will delete two items,
It
right?
will delete. Yeah, yes, yes. Order ID.
So I want to delete only a specific order item. So order ID is equal to.
Four.
So I'm deleting this one record from a orders table because I just added. This is the third order and this is the fourth order. So I want to delete this one. Okay, no problem. So let me execute this one. Yeah, it's gone, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mayur and both of you understood, because I'm going to ask one question here.
Yes.
Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
So now, is it okay? If I want to delete a user from a user table, okay? If you see, there are two users are there. I want to delete 101. What is the syntax for that? Delete from
See, uh,
Delete
users
from users
where
where
with
user ID
user ID equals to
101.
user ID equal to
101.
101. Now tell me whether it is going to delete the item or it will throw an error.
The foreign key is already available. So I think it could get error.
Why it should give an
Yes, sir.
error?
But one foreign key is attached to it. I mean, order ID is attached to 101.
Yes. Pawan, what is your answer?
Yes, sir. Foreign kilo మనం ఆల్రెడీ 101తో స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటుంది కదా సార్.
Yeah. Order slow. Yeah, we have one order against the user 101. So I want to delete this particular user from a users table.
Yes.
Is it possible to delete it or not?
I
No
think
problem.
it's possible.
So normally, what? Whenever you are maintaining relationship, na, foreign key
Yes, sir.
like parent and child relationship with the foreign key and a primary key. Suppose if you have a record here, right? You have a record with a 101. Okay. Once you have a record in the orders table, you can't delete this user. Yeah. In general, just think. Suppose you have orders. Okay. But if you try to delete the user details, is there any meaning for that? No, right? In future, if you allow to delete this user, okay, to delete this user, but later time, if you want to check what's the status of this order, and if you see 101, but you can't find any details of that particular ID, right? User ID in a parents table.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So
Yes.
we should not allow, right? We should not allow, because if you have orders details against a particular user, we should not allow to delete those users from a users table, right? So if you see, that is the beauty of the relational database management system. So delete let me try to delete that one. So if you see, what's the message?
Cannot delete or updated a parent.
Cannot delete or update a parent row. Again, we are violating the rule of a foreign key. Got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So you can't update. So here observe carefully. Two things are there. If whenever you try to update, add or update a new item in orders table, you should have a reference in a parent table. And if you have any records in the orders table with a particular user, you can't delete those users from the users table. This is the beauty of a relational database management system. So that's why, because all the banks in the world, okay, 99.99%, they are using relational database management system. Because of this, the great concept called maintaining the relationship between the tables. So now let me try one more thing. So I said, okay, we have a record in the orders table for a user. That's why it is not allowing to delete, right? Suppose if we don't have, suppose if I don't have any records in the orders table, at the time, is it going to allow to delete any item? So right now we have one item, right? So what I will do, I will do first I will delete that item. Delete from orders where,
Yeah. Alright.
yeah,
That's
order underscore id equal to 1.
one.
So now I'm just executing this statement. Just too many screens are there. Now we should got these details, right? Delete from orders where order ID is equal to 1. Let me execute this statement. Still is there. What happened to, is it successful or not? Yeah. Now if you delete from orders where order ID is equal to 1, is this successful? And now I'm going to check the orders table one more time. So if you see, it's gone. So right now we don't have any orders related to user, that is 101. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right? So now at this moment, can I delete item from a parent table?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Let me allow execute. If you see, delete from users where user ID is equal to 101, it is affected, it is successful. And now if you just go and execute this one, so that user is gone. So that's how, because if you want to delete any item from parent table, okay, at the time you should not have any items in the child table, then only it is possible. Otherwise it will restrict, because hey, it will say, hey, some orders are there against this user details, so why you are deleting? Because it will be a big problem for me in the future. So it will, so that's the beauty of the relationship. So hopefully you guys understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, I know it's better to do practice now itself, but I want to cover one simple concept, that is joins, because I will explain only one join, because lots of joins are there. Inner join, outer join, left outer join, right outer join, left inner join, right outer, lots of things are there. So I will just explain, because our focus is to learn a MongoDB and we need to finish the project. But to understand, because before jumping, if I whenever I want to say that difference between the SQL and the no SQL, you should understand what is SQL actually, what is the importance of that relational databases. Otherwise it's too difficult to understand what is the importance of non-relational databases. Okay, so here let's uh, take simple example about the join. So if you see, We have two tables. Let me add a few details into those two tables. Then it will be easy. I'm just closing this one. Let's minimize this one. So I'm just inserting few users. Insert into users values. So I'm just trying to already 103. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The Vijay and suppose Vijay at the rate gmail.com. I'm just inserting one row. Otherwise, okay. Let me take 3 4 records. 104 105 Krishna. I'm just adding like a K and Sai at the rate. Let me insert few records into users table. So you could just do select start from users. So we have 5 records. So in the same way, I want to add a few records into orders table. Orders. So order ID, we have taken one, two. Suppose I'm just giving how many orders are there previously? It's a maximum value. Only three. Okay, fine. So now let me add few more orders so that it will be more meaningful. Five, six. The item is I'm just giving it A, double B, double C. Here we need to add the price. Suppose 20,000, 30,000, So I'm just adding few records against 102 and 102. Here I'm just adding 103. Okay. So let me execute this one. So see, we have few records in the orders table and we have few records in the users table. So but here I want to know the details, like I want username and email ID of that particular user, and what are the orders available in that orders table for that particular user. Okay, understood my question? We need, okay, what are the orders are there for particular user? Suppose 102 is there, so we have how many orders are there? 1 2 3 4 5 orders are there. I want these details along with I need username and email ID and how many orders he has done. So for that we can use the joins. Okay, so how to use the joins, that is the most important interesting thing. So select, observe carefully, select what are the details you need. Here I need user underscore name. So this user underscore name is from which table? Users table,
Users.
comma users dot user underscore email and comma I need order details of that particular user, right? So I need orders dot item, and again orders dot price of that particular item. So if you see, previously we have used the select statement only for a particular table. So now if you want to get the details from multiple tables on a specific condition, so here the common thing is user ID. So we need to inform to the RDBMS, hey RDBMS, just check the user ID from users table and user ID from orders table. If it is matching, I need all those information. So here we need to add the condition like where, okay, it's a join condition, okay. And I forgot some syntax here. Let me take example. Joins, not joins. This is a join from table. Uh, so inner join on this one because I didn't practice much. Actually, we will forget. So if you see, select users, username, user dot email ID, and user orders dot item, orders dot price, and we are applying inner join. That okay, there are a lot of different joins. We can focus on them later because it's not possible for me to teach each and everything because from tomorrow we are going to enter into the onboarding. So here, what we need to do, inner join between two tables, that is users table, okay, on here users dot user underscore id, and again user
Orders.
dot
Order ID.
order id. So this is correct.
Sorry, order ID.
Not IDs.
And user underscore user id with the orders. Yeah, it should match, right? Orders
Yes,
underscore,
yes, sir. Just checking.
because this it should match because the user ID from users table and the user ID from orders
Order
table should
from
match.
order table.
This inner is not valid at this.
Semicolon.
Where we need to give a semicolon?
There only order dot price.
No, if you give a semicolon, that will be a different statement, right? Something wrong in the from product space. Sorry. I understand the mistake. Here, would you please now from users inner join orders, right? So if you see, we should mention the inner join between two tables, right? This is a users table and orders table. So now observe carefully. Select user dot username and users dot email ID and orders dot item, orders dot price from users, and I'm applying inner join order. So here this is very important. From users inner join orders on which condition? This is the condition. Let's see whether it is working or not, or I did again any mistake. Oh, we got it. Got it or not?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
So if you see here, Mayur email ID and his order details. And again, it is matching Vijay also because Vijay has only one order. Okay, if you observe carefully, like orders table, select start from orders. Mayur, like Vijay has only one item, right? 103. That's why. So if you have a multiple items, it will come. So inner join, outer join, lots of other concepts are there. Okay, this is where I have taken only two, I think hardly two sessions to on SQL Server, because whenever we want to discuss no SQL, we should have a basic knowledge on SQL. That's why I've taken, because this is not the tutorial or a training on relational database management system, but this is the bare minimum knowledge we should have before entering into the no SQL databases. So from like a next session on Monday, we are going to understand what are the strengths in relational database management system. Of course, this maintaining the relation is the biggest strength, and security and a lot of other things are there. And there are some weaknesses. There are some problems with our relational database. That's why in some situations we will use a non-relational database, that is a no SQL. So that's all for the today. And okay, understood everyone. So please do practice, utilize this Saturday and Sunday,
Yes, sir.
complete all the trainings, and at the same time, uh, because I will suggest you some YouTube channels or something in a WhatsApp group, so that whenever you have a time, please focus on learning the SQL as well, so that in interviews it will be more helpful for you. Okay, that's all for today, and see you again on Monday. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir.